Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe.
Don't leave, Marilyn.
What?
Marilyn, don't go. Marilyn. Marilyn, please don't go. Marilyn, wait. Marilyn. Marilyn, why did you walk away from me? Why did you want to leave me?
Because I can't trust myself with you.
What?
You're so strong and I'm so weak. And when you look at me with those big blue eyes, I
understand.
In the picture, all I wanted was money and diamonds. But now, for the first time, I realize that all I really want is you.
Meryl.
Dream on, Mr. Benny, dream on.
Marilyn. Marilyn, I'm mad about you.
I'm mad about you, too, Jack. Jack.
Yeah.
Jack. Will you do something wonderful for me? It would make me very happy.
Well, of course, Marilyn. I'd do anything. Anything for you. What is it?
Well, in my next picture, there's going to be so many love scenes. I want you for my leading man.
Oh, Marilyn, I'd love to be your leading man.
Good. Now, if we can only get permission from Darryl Zanuck.
Why? Who did Mr. Zanuck have in mind?
Himself.
Gee, Marilyn, I just can't get over just the both of us here all alone on the Lurley.
Yes, Jack. I never dreamed it could happen to I.
Neither did me. Marilyn, why are you sighing?
I was just thinking, Jack, how generous you are. Just so we could be alone on this trip, you chartered the Laureline for $600,000.
I did?
If that doesn't wake him up, nothing will.
Marilyn, I know this is sudden, but will you marry me?
Marry? But look at the difference in our ages.
Well, there isn't much difference, Marilyn. You're 25 and I'm 39.
Yes, but what about 25 years from now, when I'm 50 and you're 39?
Gee, I never thought of that.
I did.
You shut up! Marilyn, will you have dinner with me tonight?
I'd love to, Jack. Thanks ever so.
At 8 o'clock?
All right, but I better be going now. My, that's strange.
What's strange?
I'm so crazy about you, but that kiss didn't affect me at all.
That's funny. I'm a wreck.
See you later, Jack.
Don't forget. Marilyn, don't forget dinner tonight.
I won't.
At 8 o'clock.
I'll remember.
Marilyn, come back here a minute. Please come back. Marilyn, give me one more kiss before you go. Hey, wait a minute. You're not Marilyn Monroe.
Well, you ain't no Errol Flynn.
Gee. I was so sure I was talking to Marilyn Monroe.
This is my wife, Amy, and Marilyn.
Good evening, Mr. Monroe.
Good evening, Marilyn.
How do you do, Mr. Miller?
Marilyn, I was asking Milton what you thought of that look cover that he did of you.
I liked it very much. Although I like most of Milton's pictures.
Uh-huh. Well, now, your picture has been on the cover of almost all popular magazines, hasn't it?
No, not the Ladies' Home Journal.
That you would like, would you?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I used to long for it. I used to appear on, when I was modeling, on men's magazine covers, such as, I don't know, Squint, Peep, Take a Peep, all those things.
But not the Ladies' Home Journal.
No.
Marilyn, tell me, how did you three meet?
Well,
I met in California.
I really met Milton first. I was working on a set in Hollywood, and one of the look writers came over to the set one day and asked me if I'd like to look at some pictures in a portfolio, and I said yes, I'd like to. And I saw the most beautiful pictures I'd ever seen. And I said I'd like for this photographer to photograph me. And he says, well, here he is. And I turned and looked, and I said, but he's just a boy.
And what did you have to say to that, Milton?
well, he's just a girl.
Comedian.
Amy, that looks like a large dining room and kitchen. Are you the cook?
No, I'm not. We have a wonderful girl by the name of Sadie Ingram. She's not with us tonight. But we're very proud of this kitchen, Ed. Milton built the table.
With the help of Kurt.
Amy, tell me, does Marilyn know her way around the kitchen? Is she very much help around the house?
Well, yes, she is. She's sort of an ideal guest. She's not trouble to anyone, and she picks up after herself, and she's just fine. You don't even know she's around.
Does she make her own bed?
Yes, she does, and she helps me with the baby to bathe him.
And cleans her own
feed 'em.
room?
Yes, she does.
Uh-huh. As Marilyn, tell me, what's the basic reason for this corporation?
Primarily to contribute to help making good pictures.
Well, would it be fair to say that you got rather tired of playing the same kind of roles all the time and wanted to try something different?
Well, it's not that I object to doing musicals or comedies. In fact, I rather enjoy it. But I would like to do also dramatic parts, too.
Mm-hmm.
That covers it.
Amy, are you in the corporation, too?
No, I'm not. I sort of take care of Milton, who's very important, and Josh,
Mm-hmm.
and Marilyn.
That's even more important, isn't it, Josh?
Yes. He's down
Marilyn,
to sleep, by the way.
Marilyn, what's the best part you ever had in a movie?
Well, one of the best parts I've ever had was in the Asphalt Jungle, John Huston's picture, and then 7 Year Itch with, well, Billy Wilder's picture.
You think that's going to be a big one, too, don't you?
Pardon?
You think that's going to be a big one, too, don't you, the 7-Year Itch?
Yes, I think it'll be a very good picture, and I would like to continue making this type of picture.
Well, now, what's the smallest part you ever had?
2 I can think of. One in a picture called Ticket to Tomahawk.
Yeah.
I had one word. Well, not exactly a word. I said, And then, Skadahoo, Skadahay.
Was that all you had to say?
No, in a picture called Skadahoo, Skadahay, I had one word to say. I said, hello, but it went fast. In fact, I cut it out.
Who's helped you most in your movie career, Marilyn?
Well, a number of people have contributed greatly. I think when John Huston wanted me for the part in Asphalt Jungle, and I think when Billy Wilder wanted me for the part in 7 Year Itch, I think that was very important. Also, working with my coach, Natasha Leitez, she's helped me very much from the very beginning. And I also got a great deal from attending classes with Michael Chekhov.
I notice you mentioned two directors. Have you found Huston and Wilder important to you?
Yes, very much so.
Well, Marilyn, now that, how do you mean important? I mean, do you play a part in order to impress them or please them?
Definitely. I think when you have a very good director, of course you... In fact, I think the story is very important. But even personally, more important to me than the story is the director, because the director usually has a good story. A good director usually has a good story. A director, I think, can contribute a lot, because when you feel that when you're acting and the director is with you and not just sitting by as just as the audience.
Yes.
But he's really with you every moment, everything you do. I think it's very important. It has been to me.
Well, Marilyn, now that you're a New Yorker, how do you like this city anyway?
Oh, I love it. Everyone's very friendly, and it's a very optimistic, friendly city.
How do you like Connecticut?
I like it. It's the first time I'd ever seen the woods. And I love to walk in the woods with the dogs, and I enjoy it.
Where are the dogs now?
Well, are you always recognized wherever you go in the nearby towns and in New York?
No, not really. I can put on an old polo coat and no makeup and get along pretty well.
Is that right, Milton?
What's that?
Is that right that she can go about without being recognized?
Well, sometimes it seems that way. Other times,
Oh, the funny thing was, remember that day in the taxi
oh yes,
cab?
that's right.
It was when she came to do the window scenes for the 7-Year Itch.
Yes.
And we were depositing her back at her hotel, and there were about 5 million people outside. And the taxi cab driver turned around to the three of us, Marilyn in the middle, and said, "Hey, you know who's in there? Marilyn Monroe."
Marilyn, I saw some pictures of you the other day riding an elephant at the circus. Did you have fun?
Ooh, I loved it. It was wonderful. It was a pink elephant.
Uh-huh. Did you have any practice before you rode it?
No, I hadn't, but I enjoyed it very much. I became quite fond of the elephant. He was very nice. And the people were wonderful. All the crowds and everything.
Especially the ones way up in the back.
Yes, that's right. I was telling Amy before about the people up in the balcony, way up in the far, far balcony. They were especially friendly. But I think it meant a lot probably because I hadn't been to a circus as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I like circuses.
I think we all do. Thank you very much, Milton, Amy, and Marilyn, for letting us come and visit you in your home in Connecticut this evening.
Good night,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Merrill.
Good
night.
Tomorrow.
Good night.